Good morning, welcome back here at Aura 7 Activer. My name is Francesca. I'm going to be your guide for the next yoga session we're going to do here together. So please get ready, find your mat, get some props, blocks, maybe one or two if you have those. If you don't have blocks, you can always grab the books if you have those, but just make sure that two same size books you get grabbing, and grab a strap, maybe a towel, and when you're ready, we're going to get going onto our mats. Alright, we're going to start in child's pose. Bringing knees wide into the mat, big toes to touch, dropping the hips down to the heels. Walk the arms all the way forward. Allow your forehead to come down to the mat. Spread the fingers away from each other. Wrap the tricep muscles down to the earth as you gently spin the biceps to the ceiling, closing the eyes. Shift the focus to the breath. Slow, steady inhale through the nose. And slow, steady exhale out through the nose. With each inhale, encourage the length of the spine, gently pulling the belly into the spine. With each exhale, you're softening the muscles down to the earth. Slow, deep inhale through the nose, filling up the lungs all the way to the top. Slow exhale out through the nose, releasing all the tension out of the body, out of the mind. Turn the head to the right, to the left, massage at your third eye, massage at your forehead. And come back to center, gently just blink your eyes open, focus onto the breath, gaze up to your fingers, walk your hands all the way to the right. Stretch out the left side body. Maybe place the left palm on top of the right palm. Feeling the deep opening in between the left side ribs. Come back to center. Walk your hands all the way to the left. And place your right palm on top of the left palm. Feel a deeper opening in between the right side ribs. Pressing the right hip back to the right heel. And come back to center, gaze up to the fingers, rise up all the way to tabletop position, knees over or knees underneath the hips, hands underneath your shoulders. Start to walk your hands forward, coming into puppy pose, keeping the hips over the knees. Place the forehead down onto the mat, wrap the tricep muscles down, spin the biceps to the ceiling, feel that opening in your chest. And maybe as an option, gaze up to the fingers, placing the chin onto the mat. Dropping the chest further down to the earth. And then rise back up, come on back onto your hands and knees. Inhale your right arm high to the sky. Reach it to the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle, bring the right arm underneath the left. Bring the right shoulder, right ear down to the mat. Lift up the left arm. Bend your top arm, reach back behind your back. Roll the left shoulder to the ceiling. Stay here. Or maybe find a little balance challenge as you shift the body weight to the right leg. Pick up the left foot, pick up the left knee, and then maybe stretch the left leg all the way to the ceiling. Maybe bend the top leg, reach back for your foot or ankle for your little Chandrasana variation. These are all just options. Good, lift the left leg high to the sky, release it down. Press the left palm into the earth as you lift the right arm high to the sky. Open it up. Exhale, come on back down onto your hands and knees. Go through a set of cat and cow. Drop the belly, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. Exhale. Push the earth away, gaze back to your navel, round through the spine. Come back to neutral tabletop position. Inhale your left arm high to the sky. Exhale, bring the left arm underneath your body, left shoulder, left ear down to the mat. Inhale your right arm high to the sky. Bend your top arm and reach back behind your back. Then slowly pick up your right knee, right foot if you like, or if you did that on the other side. Stretch it all the way to the sky. Bend your top leg, reach back for your foot or ankle. Kick into your palm, focusing on the breath. Deep, slow inhale. Slowly release the foot. Release the right knee, release the right palm down to the mat. Push the earth away. Then lift the left arm high to the sky. Open it up. Exhale, come on back onto your hands and knees. Walk your hands a couple inches more forward. Spread the fingers, press down to all 10 knuckles. Tuck your toes under, keeping the feet hip distance apart. And then lift the hips away from the mat. Stretch back slowly into your downward facing dog. Then feel your foundation. Feel your palms pressing down to the mat. Feel all 10 knuckles pressing firmly down to the mat. But instead of sinking into your wrist joint, can you lift the energy up all the
way to the tailbone. And wrap the tricep muscles down and spin the bicep muscles to the ceiling to create more space for your neck. You can feel it that your neck gets longer, your shoulder blades are kissing together onto your back, and they lifting up towards the tailbone. Soften the knees as much as you need them. And then soften the heels down towards the earth. Find that V-shape, upside down V-shape with the body. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Come on into your ragdoll Uttanasana. Soften your knees again as much as you need. Grab it onto opposite elbow. Sway to the right, to the left. Soften the back of the neck. Interlock the hands behind your head. And then tuck the chin to the chest a little bit more. Feel that stretch through the back of the cervical spine. Then bring the hands behind your lower back. Interlock the hands. Press the palms together. Squeeze the heels of the hands together. Then lift up the fist to the ceiling. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Let the crown of the head to come down deeper. Shifting the body weight maybe a little bit more into those toe mounts. Release the hands down to the mat. Walk all the way out into a high plank position, into the top of a push-up. Bringing the shoulders directly over the wrists. Spreading the fingers away from each other. Lift the thigh bones and the kneecaps away from the mat. Wrap the triceps back, spin the biceps forward. Now pull the belly button into the spine. Create a nice strong core, a long spine. Deep, slow inhale. Hold it here as you exhale. Good. Now holding your high plank, lifting up from the wrist joint, or shifting the body weight to the left foot. Pick up the right foot and point the right toes back. Lengthen out from your lower back. Reach the sternum forward, the right toe back. Release the right foot down. Pick up the left foot. Point the left toes back and hold it here. Release the left foot down. Shifting the body weight to the left palm. Reach the right palm by your side. Without twisting in your hips, just hold. Feel the left side oblique, nice and strong. Release the right palm down without trying to not twist in your hips. Just pick up the left palm. Bring the left palm by your side, lift up from the right shoulder, hold. Release the left palm down to the mat. Then slowly come on down all the way onto your belly. Cobra Bhujangasana. Press into the tops of your feet. Squeeze the shoulder blades, neck is long. Inhale, lift up the chest. Keeping the tops of your feet down to the mat. Lifting the kneecaps away from the mat. Squeezing the glutes, squeezing the shoulder blades. Exhale, release it down. Left ear, left cheek comes to the mat. Arms by your side. Big toes to touch, heels falling out to the side. Bring the chin back to center. Keep the arms by your side. Lift the chest away from the mat. And then slowly start to lift the palms away from the mat. Reaching the fingers to the heels. Then slowly together lift both feet away from the mat. Keeping the legs straight. Gazing down, neck is long. See if you can make the spine even longer by reaching the sternum forward, reaching the crown of the head forward, and reaching the big toes towards the back of the mat. Deep inhale. Exhale, come on down. Gaze to the left, right ear comes down to the mat. Big toes to touch, heels falling out to the side. Slow, steady, deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it out. Come back to center. Interlock the hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift up the chest. Lift the fist away from the glutes. Then lift up the legs away from the mat. Legs are nice and long. Neck is long. Hold it here. Deep inhale. Hold it here. Deep exhale. One more time. Deep inhale. Exhale. Release the forehead and the feet down to the mat. Place your hands next to your floating ribs. Point the elbows to the ceiling. And then slowly lift up the chest. Come on into an upward facing dog. Exhale. Back. Downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Slow deep inhale through the nose. Let it out as you exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step up to the top of the mat. Place your hands onto your shin bone. Soften the knees. Reach the crown of the head forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, keep all that length. Just fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Rise up, Ardha Hastasana. Exhale, hands come back to your heart, Samasthiti. Inhale, lift the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Hinge from the hips. Keep a strong core. Inhale, lift up your heart, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands down to the mat, step back into a high plank position, top of a push-up. Lean forward, come onto your tippy toes, then slowly bend the elbows. Maybe you want to release the knees down. Chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog, lift up your chest. And exhale, back to your downward facing dog. 3 breaths in your down dog, slowing down. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up your chest, hands onto the shin or down onto the mat. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands come back to your heart, Samastitihi. Inhale, lift up the arms, reach it up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, soften the knees if you need. Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, find a hint of a back bend. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank, lower down to your Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. 3 breaths here. Slow down. Feel every single inch of the body. Be connected, stay connected to yourself. Inhale, gaze forward, exhale, step hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha, half lift. Exhale, fold deep. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, rise up. Exhale, hands come back to your heart. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up your heart. Exhale, Chaturanga, high to low, go through your vinyasa. Make your way back into your down dog. Anytime you need to modify your wrist, the elbow, the shoulder, anything hurt in your Chaturangas, cut out the Chaturangas and just simply stretch back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, Uttanasana, chair pose. Drop the thigh bones deep, shifting the body weight back to your heels. Turning the pinkies towards each other, keeping the elbows straight. Lengthening through all 4 corners of your neck. Softening the muscles around the face. Pulling the belly into the spine, lengthen it out from your lower back. Deep inhale. Sit down deeper, exhale. Deep inhale. And exhale, stay deep down into your chair pose, fly the arms back behind you, squeeze the shoulder blades together, neck is long. Exhale, interlock the hands behind your back, squeeze the shoulder blades, squeeze the heels of the hands together, straighten out through the elbows. Inhale, exhale, fold forward, keep that bind as you bring the forehead down to the shins, lifting the fist up to the ceiling. Release the hands down to the mat. Inhale, lift up your heart. Exhale, find your way back into your down dog, going through your vinyasa or skipping your vinyasa. Inhale your right leg halfway up. Point the right toes down to the mat, especially the pinky toe. So if you gaze back to your right foot, your right pinky toe facing straight down to the mat. Exhale, pull the right knee to your nose, round to the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, tap the right knee down. Exhale, pull it back to your chest. Inhale, tap it down, straight spine. Exhale, slowly pull it back to your chest. Again, inhale, tap. And exhale, pull. Now this time, keep the knee as high as you can. Lift the right shin bone higher, round to the upper spine. Gaze forward, and without a sound, step the right foot in between the palms. Keep the back heel lifted. Come up onto your fingertips. Pull the right hip back, then float the arms by your side. Pulling the right hip back, making your left leg strong. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Turn on the muscles on the arms. Deep, slow inhale. Now turn the palms towards each other like you're holding a block in between the palms. And slowly reach the right arm forward as you keep the left arm back. In the same time, can you pull the right hip back, turn the left hip forward. Exhale, switch the arms, left arm forward, right arm back.
You can switch the arms if you feel your lower back is a little sensitive, or you can reach both palms forward. Lengthen from the spine, pull the belly in. Deep inhale. Hold it here, exhale. One more time, deep inhale. Exhale, left palm comes down. Inhale, your right arm comes high to the sky. Your left heel is pointing straight back behind you. You're pulling the right hip back into its socket. And your right fingers are the extension of your right shoulder. The neck is long, deep inhale. Soften the belly and exhale, turn. Release the right fingertips down to the mat. Set up the back foot for warrior one. Pull the right hip back. Come up onto your fingertips. Keeping your left leg, that's your back leg, strong and straight. Float the arms by your side. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Root down to the back heel, that's the left heel. And pull the right hip back to the center line. Deep inhale. Maybe bend your front knee a little bit more as you exhale. Then inhale, lift up the arms, reach the arms to the sky. Pull the right hip back, turn the left hip forward. Exhale, bring the hands behind your back. Interlock the hands, lift up your chest, keep the back leg strong. Exhale, lean forward, keep the bind, pull the right hip back. Turn the left hip forward. And you can start to shimmy the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee and let the crown of the head to fall down to the mat. Humble your warrior. Inhale, lift it up. Warrior one, separate the arms, reach it to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Step back to a high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. You can always keep the vinyasa, so we're back, downward facing dog. Any way you like. You can modify your chaturanga, keeping the left knee down or the knees down to the mat. You can come into a cobra instead of the upward facing dog. Then inhale your left leg halfway up. Point the left toes down, gaze back to the left foot and make sure the left toes are pointing straight down to the mat. Your hips are level. Then exhale, pull the knee to your nose. Round through the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, flat spine, slowly tap the left knee down. Exhale, pull it back to your chest. Inhale, tap the left knee down. Exhale, pull it back to your chest slowly. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, pull it back to your chest, round through the upper spine. Lift the left knee higher, lift the left shin higher. Then gaze forward and step the left foot in between the palms without a stand. Keep the back heel lifted, come up onto your fingertips. Pull the belly and pull the left hip back, right hip forward, and float the arms by your side. As you lifted the arms, your left hip wants to swing out to the left side. Pull it back to the center line. Actively turn the right hip forward. Keep the belly nice and strong. Deep, slow inhale. Hold it here, exhale. Now turn the palms towards each other like you're holding a block in between the palms. Then slowly reach the right arm forward, left arm back. Lengthen out from your lower back. Exhale, switch, left arm forward, right arm back. You can keep switching the arms if you feel your lower back is a little sensitive here. Or you can reach both palms forward, turn the palms towards each other, pinky slightly towards each other. Releasing the inner shoulders away from the ears, lean more forward. Deep inhale. And exhale, one more time, deep inhale. And then release the right palm down as you exhale to the mat and lift the left arm high to the sky, low lunge twist. Point the right heel straight back behind you as you pull the left hip back into its socket. Maybe drop the left knee a little deeper. Keep that nice long line. Deep inhale, soften the belly, exhale. Release the left hand down to the mat. Seal your right heel back down to the earth for your warrior one. Pull the left hip back. Your right leg, your back leg is strong and straight. Come up onto your fingertips, then float the arms back behind you. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale, root down to the center of the right heel. Make your spine long. Then interlock the hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep the spine nice and long. Hold it here, or maybe start to shimmy the left shoulder to the inside of the left knee and humble your warrior. Keep the back heel strong, root it down.
And inhale, rise up, warrior one. Lift up the arms all the way. Pull the left hip back, turn the right hip forward. Pull the belly in, drop the left thigh bone deeper. Take a deep inhale. Sit down a little deeper as you exhale, keeping the connection with the back heel. Deep inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Go through your optional vinyasa. Make your way back into your downward facing dog. Slow, steady breath in and out through the nose. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step up to the top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Bend your knees, chair pose, Uttanasana. Lift up the arms, pull the belly in. Bring the hands aligned with the shoulders, drop the thighs deeper. Pull the shoulders back into its socket. Exhale, turn and twist. Reach the right arm back, left arm forward. Deep, slow inhale. Exhale, twist. Deep, slow inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, arms up. Turn the palms towards each other. Fingers aligned with the shoulders. Exhale, twist. Left arm back, right arm forward. Turn the left hip more forward. Drop the hips a little deeper. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. Come back to center, lift up the arms. Drop the thighs deeper. Exhale, fly the arms back behind you. Drop the hips down. Interlock the hands behind your back. Deep inhale. Exhale, fold forward, straighten out through the legs. Bring the forehead down to the shins. Release the hands down to the mat. We're going to come all the way into a malasana. Toes out, heels in. Your toes can hang off of the mat. Then bend your knees and squat down into your malasana. Bring the hands to your heart center. Push the elbows into your inner knees. Lift up your chest. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Deep, slow inhale. Feel that opening in your hip flexor, in your inner thighs, in your inner groins. You can stay here for 3 more breaths, or you can come into the crow pose, spreading the fingers away from each other. Lift the hips high, place the knees onto the triceps, lean forward, round through the upper spine. Come into a crow prep, or maybe lifting the toes away from the mat. Come into your crow pose. Engage your core, maybe bring the big toes to touch. Focus on your breath. Deep, slow inhale. We all gonna go back into downward facing dog any way you like. You can shoot the feet back. If you're in your crow pose, go through your chaturanga, make your way back to your down dog. If you're malasana, just simply step back or go through an optional vinyasa. Inhale your right leg high to the sky, point the toe, lift it nice and high, open through the hips. Exhale, pull the right knee to the right tricep. Hold it here. Your left leg is strong. Your right knee is pushing into the right tricep. Then bring the right knee to the left tricep. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. One more. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. Hold it there. Extend the right leg out to the side and inhale the left arm high to the sky. Deep inhale and exhale. Release the left palm down to the mat. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Lift it all the way up. Exhale. Step it all the way through to low lunge. Seal your back heel down and inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, open to the side, warrior two. Soften the right knee forward. Turn the back toes in. Root down to the center of the left heel. Soften the shoulders away from the ears and reach the fingers away from each other as you pull the belly in and lift up from the lower back. Deep, slow inhale. Exhale, soften the right knee more forward. Flip your right palm and reverse your warrior. Find a half bind or rest the left fingertips at the back of the left leg. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to center, straighten out through the front leg. Triangle Trikonasana, reach forward. Right palm down, left arm high to the sky. Stacking the left shoulder on top of the right shoulder. Keeping the right hand onto the right shin, maybe sliding the right hand down onto the right ankle. Or maybe bring the fingers to the outside of the right shin. Place it onto a block or all the way down to the mat. Lengthen out from the left and right side. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. Deep inhale. And exhale. Then press down through the feet, turn on the core, and rise up into center. Reverse your triangle, reach the right arm up and over. Come on back, warrior two. Then step up into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Place the right fingertips, a foot in front of the right pinky toe, or maybe grab a block. Left hand onto your hip. Lift the left leg up and away from the mat. Bring a micro bend into the right leg. And then make sure the right foot and the right knee is pointing straight forward. You're turning the right outer hip muscles on. Then lift the left leg a little higher. So you create a one long energy line from the back heel all the way to the crown of the head. If you like, you can add the left arm to the ceiling. Open up with the reach of the arms to the chest. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. Hold it here, 3 more breaths. And release the left fingertips down to the mat. Square your hips down towards the earth. And come on into a standing split. Lift the left leg high to the sky. Walk your hands a little closer to your right foot. Maybe grab onto your right ankle, right calf. If you want, you can stay here. Just work on that standing split. Or you can also work on your handstand, swinging the legs up, then see if you can find a little bit of a air time, maybe with the wall or without the wall. Exhale, forward fold at the top of the mat. Bring your feet together. Let the crown of the head to melt down towards the earth. Bend your knees a lot, lift up your heels, and cup your heels from behind. So you're going to step onto all 10 fingers. Your pinky fingers are touching. Drop in the hips deep down. See if you can bring the forearms closer together and wrap the calves with your forearms. Then slowly start to lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Let the crown of the head to drop down towards the mat. Keep the belly connected to the thighs. Turn the bicep muscles on to pull onto the heels, and then feel how you lengthen out through the spine. You pull in the crown of the head down to your feet. You're lifting the hips up to the ceiling. You're working on straightening out through the legs, and also you're working on separating the vertebrae from each other to creating some space, lengthening out through the spine. Release. Malasana or crow pose or crow prep. Hands down onto the mat. Place the knees onto the triceps. Lean forward, baby, pick up your toes or go into your yogi squat, into your malasana. Hold it there, 3 more breaths wherever you are. And then slowly, or with some speed, shoot your legs back. Or make your way back into your downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Inhale, the left leg high to the sky. Pointer toe lifted nice and high. Feel that beautiful opening in your hips, in your hamstrings. And exhale, pull the left knee all the way to the left tricep. Your right leg, your back leg is strong. You're pushing the left knee into the left tricep. Then exhale, bring it to the right. Inhale, back to the left. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the left. Last one. Bring it over to the right. Then extend the left leg out to the side. Falling star. Right arm high to the sky. Lift up from the left side shoulder. Release the right palm down to the mat. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. And exhale, step it all the way through to a low lunge. Set up the back foot for warrior one, seal the back heel down, and inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, open to the side, warrior two. Turn on the left outer hip muscles, or muscle. Turn the left knee forward. Turn the right toes inward. Soften the shoulders away from the ears, hug the tailbone under, pull the belly in. Deep inhale. Soften the knee forward, exhale. Open through the chest with the reach of the arms.
Deep, slow inhale and exhale. Flip the left palm, reverse your warrior, reach it all the way up and overhead. And come back, warrior two. Straighten out through the front leg, pull the left thigh back into its socket, triangle Trikonasana. Left palm down, right arm high to the sky. Right shoulder is stacked on top of the left shoulder. Lengthen out through the left and right side body. Keeping the feet engaged. Lifting the energy up from the feet. And then slowly through the breath, maybe you want to slide the left palm, the left fingers further down towards the mat. Maybe eventually you can bring the left fingers down to the mat, to the outside of the left shin. Maybe you use a block there. Turn on your core, press down to the feet. Inhale, rise back up. Reverse your triangle, reach the left arm up and over. And exhale, warrior two, bend your left leg. Stepping up into Ardha Chandrasana, place the left hand onto your left hip. Place the left fingertips a foot in front of the left pinky toe. Turn on the left outer hip muscles. Turn the left toes and the left knee straight forward as you lift the right leg up and away from the mat. Half moon. Flex your back foot, keep the energy in the back foot. And then make sure maybe peek down to the left foot and make sure the left toes and the left knee is pointing straight forward. You can even soften the left knee, fix the left knee facing forward situation. Turn on the left outer hip muscle, then straighten out to the standing leg. Maybe lift the right arm high to the sky. Finish up the pose, hold it here, 3 more breaths. Gaze down to the mat, bring the right fingertips down, square your hips. Standing split, lift the right leg high, walk the hands closer to the left foot. Maybe grab the left ankle, maybe grab the left forearm behind the left calf and lift the right leg higher. Or you can practice your handstand hops, swinging the right leg high and finding a moment in the air, upside down. Forward fold at the top of the mat. Bring your feet together. At the crown of the head, fall down to the mat. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Grab onto your big toes with the index finger and middle finger. Reach your chest forward. Exhale, fold. Mat all the way. Then slowly push the elbows out to the side. Lift the shoulder blades away from the ears. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Now see if you can straighten out the legs a little bit more, shifting the hips right over the heels. Release. Make your way back into a downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. You can add an optional vinyasa or simply make your way back. Press back, downward facing dog. Slow inhale through the nose. Exhale it down. Inhale, come forward into a high plank position, top of a push-up. Bring your feet together. Roll to the outer arch of the right foot. Lift the left arm high to the sky, Uttanasana. Stack the left hip on top of the right. Lift up from the right side shoulder, right side wrist. Come back to center. If you want, just hold your high plank. Maybe add an optional chaturanga push-up. Back into high plank, feet together. Uttanasana, left palm down, right arm high to the sky. Three more breaths. Slow it down. Lift up from the left shoulder. Come back to center. Add an optional chaturanga push-up. Come back into high plank pose. Then come down onto your forearms. Forearm plank. Pull the belly in. Thighs are engaged. Kneecaps are lifted.
Push the heels forward, then push the heels back. Push the heels forward, and push the heels back. Good. 5 more. Legs are strong. Inhale, exhale. 4. Inhale, exhale. 3. Inhale, exhale. 2. Inhale, exhale. 1. Good job. Come back into the forearm plank. Turn the right fingers inward. Feet together. Roll to the outside of the right foot. Lift the left arm high to the sky. Push down to the right forearm. Lift the left arm high. Stack the left hip on top of the right. Engage the glutes. Come on back to center. Pause at center. Hold it there. Pull the belly in. Stay connected to your breath. Feet together. Left fingers in. Roll to the outside of the left foot. Right arm high to the sky. Push down through the left forearm. Reach the right arm high to the sky. Soften the muscles around the face. Come back to center, forearms down onto the mat. Forearm plank position. Hold it here, 5 more strong breaths. Find one spot onto your mat. Gaze down at that one spot. And drop the hips, the belly, the knees down to the mat. Sphinx pose. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, press down to the tops of your feet. Maybe even lift up the kneecaps away from the mat. And make your way back into a forearm plank position. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees away from the mat, lift the hips away from the mat. Then keeping the elbows and the wrists in one line. Keeping the elbows shoulder distance apart, walk your toes in, dolphin pose. Soften the knees, lengthen through the spine, pull the belly in, press down to the forearms. Now your elbows want to swing out to the side. Don't let that happen. Keep the elbows shoulder distance apart. Press down to the forearms. Soften the knees as much as you need it. Hold it here or bring the feet a little closer together and shift the body weight to the left foot as you pick up the right foot. Your lifted right leg can be straight. Your left leg can be bent. Release the right foot down to the mat. Switch it out with the left leg. Now straighten out to the left leg as you maybe soften your right leg. Lifting the left leg from the left inner thigh, pressing down to both forearms equally. Release, left foot comes down to the mat. Walk back all the way into a forearm plank position and hold. Reach your sternum forward, wrap the tricep muscles back, hold. Good, Sphinx pose. Press down to the tops of your feet. Reach your chest forward. Good job. Come on back up onto your knees. Sit down onto your mat. And you come into chair pose. No, boat pose, not chair pose. Navasana, boat pose. Grab behind the knees. Squeeze the shoulder blades together onto your back. Lean back. Find that spot in between the sit bones and the tailbone. Now pull the belly into the spine. Already in this pose, your core should be on fire. Keep the shoulder blades together onto your back. Start to pick up your feet. Then maybe reach the arms forward. And if it's too much, you start to round. It's too hard for you to keep the lower back straight. Then just hold up onto your knees. Just lean back up so you feel the core turning on. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to lower down into low boat pose, Ardha Navasana. Start to straighten out with the legs. Point the toes. Release all the way down, but keep the shoulder blades away from the mat. Keep the feet away from the mat. Hold it here. Pull the belly in. Focus on your strong, steady breath. Deep inhale. Hold as you exhale. One more time. Deep inhale. Now with the exhale, we're going to come back into boat pose Navasana. Lift it up, maybe straighten it out through the legs if that's okay with you. If not, just keep the knees bent. That's totally fine. Deep inhale. Slowly lower down into your Ardha Navasana. Slowly moving with the breath. Hold it there. Deep inhale. And exhale. Deep inhale. One more time. We're going to come back into boat pose. Maybe keeping those legs straight. Maybe bending the knees. Hold it here. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. One more time, deep, slow inhale. Lowering down into low boat and one. Roll over all the way down onto your back. Bend your knees, bring the knees over the hips. So you're naturally going to bring the knees close to the chest, right? That's way more comfortable. Now, can you press the lower back down to the mat and bring your knees right over the hips, right? So that's already challenging from your lower back. If you let the lower back to arch like that, you don't really feel much. But if you start to press it down to the mat, turn on the lower belly muscles, keeping the knees over the hips, then you feel a whole lot more, right? Allow the hands, release the index finger across your thumbs, straighten out to the elbows. Then straighten the left leg forward, keep the right knee bent, and crunch up to the outside of the right knee. Now this is plenty, you can do that. Or if you want to straighten out to the right leg and reach a little more higher, challenge yourself, bring the fingertips to the outside of the right ankle. And again, especially my flexi friends, watch. If you bring the leg too close to your face, it's way easier. If you bring the heel right over the hip, it's way more harder to reach up there. Alright, we're going to hold it here. Lift the shoulder blades away from the mat. Inhale and exhale, lift higher. Inhale, exhale, lift higher. Inhale, exhale, lift higher, and hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rebend the knees, come down. Back of the skull, come back down to the earth. Fix the lower back, it wants to arch, right? So press the lower back down to the mat. Bring the knees over the hips. Interlock the hands, release the index finger across your thumbs. Reach your right leg forward, pull the belly in, then crunch up to the outside of the left knee, or maybe straighten the left leg, bring the heel over the hip, and crunch up all the way to the outside of the left ankle. And lift it higher. Exhale, lift it higher. Exhale, lift it higher. One more, exhale, lift it higher, and hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees to your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little hug. Good job. Bring your fingertips behind the ears. Lift up the legs. Cross the right ankle in front of the left ankle. Now squeeze that feet together. Flex your feet a lot. So you really find a lot of energy in your feet. Then crunch up to your knees. Lift the shoulder blades away from the mat. Now tuck the tailbone under. And lift the hips just an inch away from the mat. Crunch up to your knees. Lift the hips away from the mat. Tuck the tailbone under. Squeeze the ankles together. And hold it here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it back down. Again, now cross the left ankle in front of the right ankle. Squeeze the ankles together. Flex your feet. Your legs are super engaged. Crunch up to your knees. Lift the shoulder blades away from the mat. Then tuck the tailbone under. And lift the hips an inch away from the mat. And hold it there. Come on, lift the tailbone. Lift the shoulder blades. Crunch everything up. Lift it up. Come on, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Hug the knees to your chest. Roll to the right, roll to the left. Soles of the feet down onto the mat. Bring them all the way mat distance apart. Then drop the knees all the way to the right. Left arm comes into a goalpost. You can also cross the right ankle on top of the left knee to pull the left knee a little further down. Feeling a nice stretch. Deep, slow inhale. Exhale. And come back to center, soles of the feet down onto the mat, all the way mat distance apart. Draw the knees all the way to the left. Right arm comes into goal pose, into cactus. Now maybe as an option, you can cross the left ankle on top of the right knee to have the right knee to push further down to the mat to feel a little deeper opening in your right side, lower back, IT band, hip area. You come back to center. Cross the right knee on top of the left knee. Shift the hips over to the right and let the knees to fall over to the left. As you bring the right arm into goal pose, gaze over to the right. Of course, you can go into a deeper bind with the legs if you're craving that. And then back to center. Cross the left knee on top of the right knee. Shift the hips slightly to the left and let your knees to fall over to the right as you bring the left arm into a goal post. Slow, deep inhale. Exhale. And come back to center. Soles of the feet down onto the mat. Pull the heels close to the sit bones. So your arms by your side and your middle finger touches the back of the heel. That's how close you want to bring the heels to the body. Then check onto the feet, making sure the feet are perfectly parallel. You're pressing down through all four corners of your feet. And then slowly start to lift the hips up and away from the mat. So going into bridge pose, it doesn't have to be the deepest bridge pose of yours. Just go up into a comfortable, nice opening. Keep the arms by your side, straighten out through the elbows. Spread the fingers away from each other, tuck the chin to the chest, lift the hips a little higher. But then watch that your knees not falling out to the side. You're keeping those knees hip distance apart, like you would hold a block in between the inner thighs, and you can't let go of that block. Deep, slow inhale, exhale, slowly release it down. Good. You're going to go back up. This time you're going to go a little deeper. Press down through the heels, inhale, lift the hips up and away from the mat. Now this time start to shimmy the shoulder blades closer together and maybe even interlock the hands underneath the body. If you have that, see if you can press the heels of the hands together and press the pinky edge of the palms down to the mat. Tuck the chin to the chest and see if you can lift the hips higher, but still watching the knees, making sure the knees not falling out to the side. Deep, slow inhale. Lift the hips a little higher. Exhale. Slowly release, coming all the way down. Third round, we're going to go with a little leg lift. If you're ready for your Ardha, your real pose, of course you can feel free to walk into or go into your real pose. We're going to start with the right leg lift. So lift the hips up and away from the mat. Bring your feet a little closer together. And then shifting the body weight to the left leg, bring the right knee into a tabletop position. Good. Now see if you can reach the right leg all the way to the ceiling, keeping the right ankle on top of the right hip. And then see if you can keep the hips on one level. So meaning you attempt to lift the right leg a little higher and the right hip a little higher. Drop it down, lift the left hip as high as the right hip. Deep, slow inhale. Exhale, slowly release it down. Hold the hips high, shifting the body weight to the right heel. Pick up the left knee, bring it to the tabletop. As an option, extend the left leg to the ceiling. See if you can keep the left heel on top of the left hip. Keeping the hips in one level, not lifting the left heel or hip higher than the right. Pushing down into the center of the right heel. Hold it here. Then slowly release the left foot down to the mat. Hold in your bridge pose. And then gently release the hips down to the mat. Soles of the feet together, let your knees to fall out to the side. Place the left palm onto your heart, the right palm onto your belly. Hug the chin to the chest. Slow, deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it out. Bring the knees back to your chest. Happy baby pose, soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Reach from the inside of the knees to grab the outer arches of the feet. Tug the chin to the chest. You can also grab the big toes if you like, or holding on the outer arches of the feet. You can extend the legs out to the side, keeping the lower back down onto the mat, keeping the back of the skull down to the earth. Release. Bring the soles of the feet down to the mat. Then lift up the right foot, grab behind the right calf, soften the right knee as you gently pull the right shin towards the face. You can extend the left leg forward, keeping the left leg active, pointing the left toes to the ceiling, pressing the back of the left knee down to the mat. Deep inhale and exhale. Pull the right knee into your right shoulder socket as you keep the left leg active and strong. Exhale, supine twist, bring the right knee over to the left, gaze over to the right. With each inhale, encourage the length of the spine. With each exhale, soften something in your body. And come back to center, soles of the feet down onto the mat. Lift up the left leg, soften the left knee as you start to pull the left shin towards the face. Then stretch your right leg all the way forward. Push the back of the right knee down to the mat. Bend your left knee, pull the left knee into that shoulder socket. Tuck the chin to the chest, deep, slow inhale. And exhale, supine twist, assist the left knee out to the right, gaze over the left. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist. And come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest, roll to the right, roll to the left, massage at your lower back. Grab behind the knees, rock and roll a couple times, back and forth onto your mat. Come on into a seated position. Stretch your right leg out to the side. Bring the sole of the left foot into the right inner thigh. Gently press the left knee away from the body. We're going to twist first to the left. Right hand comes onto the top of the left knee as you reach your left arm back behind you. Use that left arm behind you to lengthen out from the spine to support your spine, and then as you exhale, twist and turn. Then come back to center. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Maybe soften your right knee. As you soften the left knee out to the side, take a deep, slow inhale. Exhale, melt. Deep, slow inhale. Exhale, melt even further. Come on back up. Switch out the legs. Left leg out into an angle. Bring the sole of the right foot into the left inner thigh. Let the right knee to fall out to the side. Then twist to the right as you place the left hand on top of the right knee. Your right hand comes behind your back to support your spine, to lift up from your lower back. And as you exhale, turn and twist. And then come back to center, lift up the arms, inhale, and exhale, fold forward. Dandanamayana Shirshasana, forehead to knee posture. Lift up from the waistline, pull the belly in, and exhale, melt, fold, all the way down. Inhale, rise back up. Bring the soles of the feet together, let your knees to fall out to the side. Uttanasana, butterfly pose. Soften the knees away from each other. Soften your inner thighs, your inner groins. Squeeze the shoulder blades together onto your back. Gently tuck the chin to the chest. Stay right here, or maybe lean forward. Lengthen out from your lower back. Keep the lower back nice and long, nice and straight. Pull the belly in. Then exhale, start to round down. Maybe bring the elbows onto the inner knees as you let the crown of the hat to fall down to the toes. Slow, deep inhale. Melt even further, exhale. Lift up your chest, stretch both legs in front of you in Dandasana. Seated staff pose, grab the flesh from underneath the sit bones, arms by your side, roll the shoulders back. Keep the back of the neck long, pull the belly to the spine. Inhale, lift up the arms, pull the belly in. Exhale, fold forward, reach for your feet. Now soften your knees as much as you can and try to maintain that length in the lower spine by pulling the belly into the spine, creating a nice strong core to support the whole spine. Deep inhale, exhale, go a little deeper. You can go all the way forward. You can stay in the position I am showing right now. I'm protecting my hamstring muscle. I'm working on lengthening out from my lower back. Deep, slow inhale and exhale. Good, slowly rise back up. Place the soles of the feet down onto the mat. Feet are hip distance apart. Bend your knees. Reach the arms forward. Then slowly start to roll back down. Just one vertebrae at a time. As slow as you can. Come on down onto your mat. Finish your practice with a little plow pose. Maybe a little shoulder stand. Or maybe just simply bringing the legs up against the wall. Just bringing the ankles on top of the hips. It's a really great pose. In this position, you're keeping the ankles, the toes, the feet soft. You're keeping the knees soft and just let the blood to come off of the feet to reverse the blood flow here. If you're in your plow pose and your toes are touching the mat, you can maybe place the hands down onto the mat or interlock the hands. If your feet are not touching the mat, just support the lower back the whole time, keeping the elbows down. You can even soften the knees, coming into an ear-pinning posture. And supporting the lower back, slowly, one vertebrae at a time, roll all the way back down to the mat. Finding your final Shavasana. Lay down onto your mat, separate your feet at least hip distance apart, maybe mat distance apart. Turn the toes in, now let them float out to the side. Soften your feet. Bring the arms by your side, adjust the shoulder blades onto your back, bring them a little closer together. Lift up your heart. Turn the palms to the ceiling, soften the fingers. Tuck the chin to the chest, lengthen through the back of the neck, through the cervical spine. Soften the muscles around the face, around the eyelids. And soften the skin around the body. Take a deep inhale through the nose, fill up the whole body, fill up the lungs all the way to the very top. Hold it at the top, sip a little more air in, get slightly uncomfortable at the top, then open your mouth and side out, let it all go. Take rest. Let go of the breath control. Let go of any control. Just doing it with the breath. Taking a moment to scanning your whole body, from the toes to the crown of the head to the fingers. Making sure that every single inch of your body is relaxing. Take another deep inhale in through the nose. And open your mouth and slowly sigh out. Gently turn the head to the right. Gently turn the head to the left. Move your fingers on the right hand. Move the fingers on the left hand. Move your right toes, your left toes. Circle out the wrists. Circle out the ankles. Reaching the arms all the way up and overhead. Taking a full body stretch. And then slowly pull the knees onto your chest, giving yourself a nice squeeze, a nice hug. Roll over to your left or right side. And gently press yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Coming into Sukhasana, easy seat. Crossing your shins. Bring your hands to your heart. Gently bow in front of your heart. Tuck the chin to the chest. Feel your heartbeat with your thumbs. I'm just sitting here with gratitude in front of ourselves, in front of others, in front of our practice, in front of this entire universe. Gently lift the thumbs in between the eyebrows. Slowly lift the gaze to the ceiling. Blink your eyes open. And together we bow forward. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming and practicing with me on this Monday morning. It's always my pleasure to be here. Please leave me some comments, some feedback. I'm always happy to hear from you guys. We are here every weekday, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. PST. So hopefully you can join us next time. If at that time does not work for you and you would like to practice these classes, you can always head over to YouTube at Aura 7 Yoga. Alright guys, have a wonderful day. See you soon.